This is Charlotte, who is a 6.5-year-old Schipperke, and I'm going to show you how you can approach brushing the teeth on the smaller dog. Now, this is how I actually do it at home. I sit on the floor and I put Charlotte so that her back legs are on one side of my thigh and her front legs now are on the other side. And that would actually allow me to use my leg to confine her, and I can also use my upper body to hug her head. So little dogs tend to wiggle around a lot, and so this is one technique to try to help stabilize their body enough so that you can brush the teeth. Little dogs can be a little harder because there's just not as much to hang on to. Now Charlotte's really good, so I don't have to do much hanging on. So with Charlotte, I'm using an ergonomic toothbrush that's made by CET. The reason I like it is that the head tapers down and it's a bit narrower profile than the regular brush. She has fairly tight cheeks, and so the smaller brush lets me get into her mouth more easily. So when I'm going to brush her teeth, you can see that they really like the taste of this toothpaste. I actually put the toothpaste into the brush, and then it doesn't fall off. You don't need a whole lot of it. And then I'm just going to pull her cheek back so that I can wiggle that brush in, and then I'm going to start brushing her teeth. So you want to make little excursions back and forth. And now I'm flipping the brush over so that it's at a 45-degree angle to those lower teeth. Again, I'm sweeping those bristles up underneath the gum line to get the plaque out. Moving on to the canine tooth, tilting that brush. The incisors are a little ticklish, so you want to go onto them and then move off, just like if somebody's tickling you. Lower jaw, tilting that brush to get that gum line. Then I usually put a little more paste into the brush and move to this side. Again, sort of pulling the cheek back and then letting it slide back over the head of that toothbrush. Toothbrush is held at that 45-degree angle, sort of moving it back and forth in a little bit of a circular motion, brushing up underneath the gum line. Flip it over to do the lower jaw. Now with my left hand, I'm allowing her lower jaw to open a little bit, but I can control how much it opens so that it doesn't open all the way. Now doing these canine teeth, little circular back and forth motion, get those bristles up under that gum line. The lower canine, you can actually pull that gum down a little bit, the lip down, so that you can see what you're doing. And there's the outside of the mouth. When you first start brushing, it's the outside of the mouth that you want to concentrate on. And be sure that when you're teaching your dog, you don't have to do the whole mouth all at once. You just start with one tooth, the next day you do 2 teeth, a lot of praise, a treat, whatever, so that it's fun and it's not a big struggle for you and the dog, and so your dog doesn't get scared. But once you train them up, you can see that you can do everything. Now I actually also do the inside of the mouth on my doggies. So you train your dog on the outside, and now we're going to do the inside. So I can put my hand over her muzzle and just put my thumb in here and ask her to open her mouth. And you see this is quite an effective way. And then the brush goes in. And I'm sweeping along to get that plaque. And now on the inside of the back of the mouth, I can actually see what I'm doing. I know from the camera angle you can't see it too well, but I can see the inside when I'm doing it. Alright, the lower jaw is probably the most tricky. So we're gonna actually ask her to stand like this. Pinch those lower lips in. We'll ask her to open her mouth. And then the inside of the back cheek teeth. You see that tongue gets in the way a little bit, but you can actually do it. And then you say, "Good girl. What a good doggy." And then at home I would have a little treat to give them when I'm done.